Like all of us just kind of hated each other and loved each other and battled and fought and made love.
Wake that up!
Miss Jigglypuff, shut the hell up.
Miss Jigglypuff.
I could beat up Deja Sky.
Too fucking bad, you fucking pigeon bitch.
I would kai with Corey, unfortunately. And
It comes out in the picture. It comes out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joey Nolfi with Entertainment Weekly, back with the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, premiering January 3rd at 8 p.m. on MTV. And as Mama Ru says of this very wet and wild new season, with a badonkadunk tank twist, wetter is better, and these 14 new queens are here to flood America's collective basement with tea and maybe some tears. And I truly mean it when I say this. This cast is serving unhinged chaos in the best way. I cannot wait to dive right in with the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. Joining me, Acacia Forgot, Arietti, Crystal Envy, Hormona Lisa, Jewel Sparkles, Joella, Corey King, Lana Jarre, Lexi Love, Lucky Stars, Lydia B. Collins, Anya Nerve, Sam Starr, and that's it, no one else. No, we have Susie back here. Susie Toot. Now, like I said, I always get that feeling before a season when I know it's gonna be a good group. And this one I feel like is going to be truly great. This is an amazing group of queens. But I have to ask, now that you have all seen our one-on-one interviews that we did, which everybody can watch at EW.com for free, I have been reading the comments, we do need to clear up some inconsistencies, I would say, maybe, from certain people.
Ooh, name them.
Arietti. Yes, in the superlatives portion, you were unanimously voted as the villain of the season. You immediately called this a lie.
Thank
you
you.
said that you are, and I quote, very angelic.
I am. I'm the nicest one here.
Yeah, what is the tea? We need to know. Can someone explain the Arietti experience?
I can't explain her being angelic. I don't think there's an explanation for that. Exactly. Thank you.
The pillow wants to speak.
The pillow?
Yeah, the pillow, please let the pillow speak.
I am the pillow that talks, darling. And I am here to say that I personally think Arietti's the sweetest one in the cast.
Now for the rest of you who said Arietti.
Girl, the angel of death, honey. If she's angelic. No, I love her.
I think all of us were ready to make some TV and have a good time. And Arietti really led the charge of making good TV and having a good time. Whether or not that's at the expense of everybody else's good time, we were there to have a good time.
I think that Arietti is angelic, but Arietti, the drag character, is definitely a villain. She's like a fierce Disney villain.
She might have been the villain on camera, but what happens when the camera's off?
I like that one more.
Okay, yeah.
I think the Arietti's just misunderstood. That's what I think.
Like a villain, a Disney villain.
I know, that's really nice of me.
I think Arietti's just a bitch.
What did you say?
I think every villain has their origin story, and season 17 is Arietti's villain origin story. Okay,
She would have done it long before. I think Arietti's a sweetheart.
Thank you.
She's baby girl.
Girl, save it.
Honestly, girl save it. How much does she pay you to say that?
Lana, what a congenial answer. It's funny because Lana, you said that Sam was the drama starter of the season.
Absolutely. And is always.
We'll get you to elaborate and then we'll have Sam answer for her.
Sam just has like these little comments, which I love, I live for, but Sam knows how to pick at people and how to get people started. She knows how to push buttons.
And she don't answer text messages.
And she doesn't reply to text messages.
Answer text messages.
Well, it's not personal. I don't text anyone back, first of all. Yeah, you have to like FaceTime me. You have to catch me at the right time. But
She'll call you at 5 a.m.
right.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say, Sam?
No, I was gonna say, I mean, I do like to press a button or two. I've never been afraid of that. And I think that just where I come from, really the pageant drag culture is kind of shady, and you kind of have to like
Trinity.
try to get in everyone's head around you to make yourself feel better, you know? I'm self-aware in that way. So I was definitely doing what I had to do.
So you like to push buttons, just not the ones on your phone to text people back.
Oh!
gag it.
As you can already see, this is what I promised. This is chaos. Correct? Now, you cannot talk about drama without moving right along to Corey.
Oh my God.
Now, Corey, you told me, and I quote.
What the did I do?
I want to see the reactions to everybody else when I tell them what your exact quote was. Of the season, I'm the child of God. I'm the angel.
See, no reaction because everyone agrees. Thank you. Thank you.
No, we're just gobsmacked because that is everything but the truth, Diva.
I have you know, I feel like I'm kind. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, and I feel as though I have just a positive outlook on life.
That's a big child.
That's a big friend.
That's a big kid.
Well, I was gonna say, is this Liza Minnelli lies? Would all of you say that? Is that a lie? No.
When have I ever not been kind, Suzanne?
Well,
The tone you're coming at me with right now is not helping your case.
They'll have to tune in on January 3rd to find out.
Thank you.
I do have my journal entries from the show if you want me to read some to you.
Pomona said
Child of God.
Pomona said, "Dear diary, Corey King bullied me today, and I will cry in my hotel room."
Anya, I'll move to you because Anya, when I did say, did any of them get on your nerves? You were like, baby.
Oh,
And we did see the trailer. There was a
Name
really great moment.
Name 'em.
Do you have anything to add to this conversation?
Well, I just always said this was a group of girls that didn't know how to shut up, and clearly a you can't get in a word in edgewise, so. But I love it though, you know, but they all have a special place in my little nerve heart, so.
That's very cute. I like that. No, because I get the feeling from this group that it's like there's the snappy moments, but then it's like you all sort of have a laugh, and then you're all kind of fine.
Very that.
So I always love to see that. But Crystal, you did say, just moving back to the Corey question for a moment. Crystal, you said that Corey has a huge Untucked moment that approaches the Evie versus Silky fight.
Yes.
So what can we tease from that? What is it giving?
Do you want to know who the Evie is? The
Sure.
Silky versus Evie? Can I even give that info?
Oh no, okay. No.
It's someone you won't expect that Corey goes at.
That's
a good little one.
tease.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Rue. I went after Rue.
I was Rue. Corey, you did very angelically.
What the else did I do?
Well, no, you very angelically impersonated Monet Exchange and Meet the Queens,
Mother.
which I
Yeah, that's
loved.
Mother.
Yes, and then Monet and Bob actually did respond and invite you to join House of Rivalries.
I'm not asking anymore at this point. I'm begging. Bob and Monet, please have me on Sibling Rivalry. I will be there any day. I will be there. I promise.
Girl, cease and desist.
So it is always interesting though with shows like that. Pit Stop, Fashion Photo Review, Sibling Watchery. It's interesting to watch. I think the new cast sort of acclimate to that sort of feedback on those shows. So are you all maybe anxious about the prospect of those reaction shows, and do you plan on watching those?
Every
Those recap
single
shows?
one. I want to know what every single person thinks of what I do every single week. It's so toxic, but it's so true. I do.
At least you're honest, sister. That's
I am.
really honest.
Yes, honest.
I am way too sensitive, and I don't want to look at anything, and I have my boyfriend vet out everything and just tell me what's funny or when people like me. So he hasn't told me much, but but I'm waiting, so.
Well, I was gonna say, wait, I feel like there was a Monet and Bob thing that was happening there. Wait, what
We don't have to talk about it. I did hear about that. They laughed at my face. Girl, she listened to my music and she started laughing.
Oh my
But I will say that was my old music and that's not my favorite. But you can stream my new music on Apple Music, Spotify, and it's a lot better and a lot more me. So.
And if I'm predicting correctly, maybe talent show performance as well?
Maybe.
Yes, I feel like you're going to serve something there as well. Because I did, in doing my research on you, was looking at the live performances and it was giving. So, I mean, we've got to give it up for Acacia. Yes.
The first guitar player, honey.
Yes.
The first
Yes.
guitar player.
Yes.
Thank you.
She loves you.
Thank you. Now, when you go on Sibling Rivalry, tell them that you like my song.
We'll do a live reaction of the entire album.
Oh my God.
No, don't do that. Just tell them you like it.
Give it up.
So I think a strength that might help in this department with this cast is I kept hearing the word meta pop up in the one-on-one interviews that we were doing. It's one of the youngest casts I think that we have had. And a lot of you grew up as teens and kids when Drag Race was first starting, which I thought was really interesting. interesting. What does that mean that this cast is meta, and how does that change the scope of the competition and the dynamic of the show this year and what you're all giving?
I mean, I'm speaking for mostly myself, but for a lot of us, it's like we're like fans of the show that have now infiltrated the show. So we're all super self-aware as to like what's going on and where the cameras are, and everyone is just giving the most. It's just so dramatic. It's so cunty. It's so camp, and I think it's a really disgusting group of girls.
Agreed.
Good adjective.
What about you, Hormona?
What does meta mean?
Like Facebook?
Dying over here.
Meta is like the most common use of it would be like, yes, self-referential, like you know what you're doing and you're referencing the fact that you know what you're doing.
It's almost like breaking the fourth wall in a way.
Breaking the fourth wall sort of situation.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Meta or Facebook, Lexi said. Meta or Facebook.
All these girls do want their like viral moment, so that, you know, plays into that, of course, and everything, so.
Girls save it.
Ashley's trying to get hers.
Listen,
Crush it.
I included myself. I said the girls. Sit back there, monster.
Do we need to hand Arietti a mic? Wait.
No, actually, she'll hurt my
Monster.
feelings.
Wait, hold on.
You're angelic, you're a sweetheart, you're misunderstood. Remember?
No, you could retract that, Miss Lady. Go ahead.
Okay,
Have
I
fun.
retract it.
Miss Jigglypuff, shut the hell
Miss
up.
Jigglypuff.
The girls are reading. Oh, Jesus.
Wait, Lana. Yes, Lana. It looks like you.
I was gonna go back to the question that was asked.
Let's go back to the question. Yes.
I was gonna say, I think it's because a lot of us, as Lydia was saying, we're fans of the show. So we're going into the show knowing what fans want from the show and then trying to provide that on the show. And it's just like all of us having fun with each other, creating scenes and moments, but also like loving each other because we're aware that we're on a TV show and we still like.
But the drama is real.
The
Everything
drama is real, but like we also
It's scary real.
are like forgetful.
That's what I would say is that it's not like corny. Like I think there's just
Says the
says the
pigeon.
pigeon. But I think I don't know. I just got this vibe that like we forgot about the cameras in a good way.
Yeah.
And it was just like earnest fun.
We were just hanging out.
And like we all genuinely became friends, and I think that also brought out like the best parts of our personality. Like all of us just kind of hated each other and loved each other and battled and fought and made love.
Wake that up!
honey.
On that note, I do want to go back to something that Lucky said in our interviews. Lucky, you said that the season is going to be hot and steamy. So were there like workroom romances and crushes going on this
Girl.
I think I was talking about my pussy when I said that. Wait, can I say that?
season? You can absolutely say that.
Girl, we can hear you.
Hot and steamy. What I remember that is that, you know, it's gonna be a really hot season. There's gonna be a lot of tension, you know, a lot of hormones or hormonas. And there's gonna be
Just the one.
And in the words of Lydia Boho Collins, you might just see some smooching.
I don't know what the f she's
And that's
talking
all
about.
we're gonna say about that.
Can we get subtitles, please?
Light smooching potentially. Okay, all right.
You might just see some smooching.
We might see some smooching. Okay, I'm gonna mental note of that. We're gonna be watching out for that for the rest of the season. Also, I'm curious, are there any like usually in these preseason interviews, like they'll give us teases of like maybe like a catchphrase or like something that's gonna be like recurring through the season? Are there like any catchphrases?
Piggy, 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 piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy.
Well,
okay.
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment.
It's not
It's not a fat joke.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was to start with.
It's good.
Too good. What?
Yeah.
Is that yours, Joella?
Well, Corey's
No? Okay.
Corey is so full of catchphrases. Corey is a
Oh my god. So
That
we
is
have
a
about
gay- that was so
That's a gay app. That's a gay app.
So yeah, we clarified there's one for every episode.
If it's fierce, it's fierce.
Okay.
If it's fierce, it's
I've
fierce.
counted like 9 now. Okay. So
This is a group that loves a bit. And that's something that
And we're
I love about this
committed.
season is that
Committed
we
to the
will
bit.
always build on the joke, whether we should or not.
And we'll take the joke from a 1 to a 10 every single time.
yeah,
No matter what.
I can tell that. Yes, and Anya's just gonna sit back here and silently just judge all of you for doing it.
Well, that's mother. That's mother right there.
Well, yeah, you said that's mother. That transitions to my next question. I mean, it's not all dramatics. I mean, Lexi, you were voted mother of the season in the superlative game, and Anya, you also received votes for that as well. well. And I definitely got that energy from both of you. At first I was surprised because I was like, everybody's so young this season, like mother of the season. But like, I get that it's not like an age thing. I get that it's like a maternal, very warm, sisterly, auntie kind of vibe. So
yeah, but let's be very clear. Like me and Lexi aren't old. Like I'm
No,
31.
that's what I'm saying.
How old is Lexi?
29.
34.
34. I just think like there's a big difference between someone in their 30s and someone in their 20s. Like there's a lot that happens in that 5 years or whatever. So I just think that like we just had a different vibe about us, whether it be like experience until you hit like 25 or 26. It's like until it's not. Yeah, this is my impression of
Mother it doesn't necessarily mean they're older. It just means they have a more nurturing, loving, caring. I can just go to you if I need some advice or someone to look to, and those two are the girls.
That's what I meant as well with when I was saying that like everybody thinks that it's like an age thing, but it's really not. Like it's a vibe that you have, and I was really delighted to see that both of you got those votes.
But they are older.
Yeah, and doesn't the brain fully develop at 25? So half this cast isn't fully developed anyway.
A lot of the younger girls are like cliquey though. Like it was hard for me personally to like get into the groups because like they had their groups. The groups were strong, honey. So if anything, it was just not an age thing. It was just like the younger girls, they love a clique. They love a clan. And once that clique was clanning, it was hard to click and clan. You know what I mean?
I cannot say the word
It was hard
clan,
to click the clack,
so
the clan,
I'm not
the
gonna say it anymore. But I felt the click energy. I get what you mean. Like, but that's how it's always been. I think, like even at the bar that I work at now, everybody's particularly younger than me that I hang out with. So it's just getting used to learning how to assimilate into your guys' type of lifestyle. Like it is different than what we grew up with, the way you guys interact. Like I still have friends that are like, you don't answer me enough, like about like Sam not texting. Like
Sam already
people are like, you don't like me, and I'm like, no, I just hate to text. I'm old. Like it's just not my thing. Call me.
Yeah.
I'm just different.
Did you all sort of agree with that it was like maybe more cliquish this season?
I don't. Maybe yes. For me, I didn't. Listen, I try my best to like talk to everyone as much as I could.
Yeah.
I mean, from an outside perspective, I can see how it could be cliquey, but I feel like no. But I think like the younger queens have like a different way of communicating with like we talk reaction videos and things like that. It's like easy for us to relate to that, but it's not like us trying to not talk to anybody else, like not refer that to anybody else, because I don't want it to seem like it's intentional that we're like pushing away or like separating ourselves from that.
I think the ones who think that there are no cliques are the ones that are in the cliques.
Maybe. Clock it. Joella, you also had a response as soon as I asked that question. I want to hear what prompted that response.
I feel like I could see both sides. Like I feel like the ones that are in the clique, like I don't think they like
just say my name at this point.
I don't think they
like
I don't think they mean to. Like I think it's just natural for people to get close to each other, and like not everyone's gonna get as close to each other as everyone. So like that's why, and I just feel like the other people, they just feel left out. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. That's just how people feel. Yeah. It's not even a big deal. It's just, you know. Well, to me, like that's just how I see it. That's how I see it.
I can't. I'm trying. Lucky is reaching for that mic. Lucky is reaching.
I'm sorry, sister.
She's trying to find the exit.
Where is the microphone? I was just gonna say that.
Wait, we have to because we can't hear Lucky.
What are the clicks? What are these clicks that y'all are talking about? I want to know the click names.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
But also, I will say this.
I think maybe this question is best left played out on the season. We'll see how this plays out. Because
tune in Fridays at 8 to find out.
There you go. Plug it. That is like a big part of Drag Race history. I mean, like you know that you have the bitter old lady brigade and the and like that. Well, that was that's the ginger minge and the Heathers and boogers. The bitter old lady brigade. Like there are like well-known cliques of Drag Race history. That's not. I wasn't talking about this season. Lexi, you already brought this up, but we were getting to in the one-on-one interviews. Miss Susie, you were my first interview of the day, and you said that you are unequivocally the runway queen of the season.
And I did.
That everyone on the cast would agree. How would everybody describe Susie's as the best runway looks apparently of the season?
Because Law Roach said so.
Keep that mic away from Corey King. Keep that mic away from her.
Too f***ing bad, you f***ing pigeon. you fucking bird.
I have no idea. Apparently, I was wearing these sunglasses the entire season because I had no clue why, but I still loved her to death as a human being, and that's why I'm still a fan of, I'm not going to say your name out of drag, but him. I love him. I love him, but I hate Susie. I hate Susie.
Listen, I think Susie just has a really different perspective of drag. So you're really gonna get some interesting, unique, different, never been seen before
It is
looks.
fierce. She is so referential. She is so smart.
So
She
different.
is so funny.
Her looks are so funny. I agree.
No, she's the girls who get it will get it, and the girls who don't,
Sam would like to
will wear a bodysuit.
Sam would like to speak.
I think a lot of us are just inspired by like, you know, more modern things. And Susie, like, this is not a read.
I know.
I'm just saying she likes that sort of old maiden type of drag.
Old maiden type of drag.
But what I'm saying is I love Susie and I love how smart she is. And the references are genius. I mean, don't let them hate on you,
Can I
Susie.
say
take that.
when we started our relationship, I was that girl. I will say today in front of everybody and Joey Nolfi, look at her today. This is a fashion girly. She gets that credit now.
Yes.
Listen.
Get the bread, baby. Get the bread.
Just remember
what
this
I
when you're
will
watching the season.
What I will say, Joey Nolfi, if there's one thing I know better than fashion, which I know a lot about, it's how to keep the conversation about me.
There you go. Yes, I will say, because then I asked, I told
Every
you,
single girl.
every single girl, I was like, Susie said she's the runway queen of the season. Everybody was like, yeah. So no, that was.
I will say honestly, from your Instagram, I was gagged by the runways that you brought. It was very sickening. I will. And her perspective is just so different, and the way that she's able to polish like camp and like drag is like very. It's like.
Now, what do you have to say about my Instagram before?
Girl, shuck it in the bucket. You had 3 photos, and then that one that like you bite like this.
The Twizzler one. The Twizzler one
licorice
haunts
one,
me.
bitch. She like this.
It haunts me.
I like the coin corset dress one. That one's cutesies.
That one's cute. The Twizzler one though is haunting.
Drag Race looks.
I personally, I liked all of Susie's runways, honestly. I really did. I wouldn't wear them, but I liked them.
Arietti, you also won Most Fashionable in the season when I asked everybody.
Correct.
So I would love to hear more about like just overall in general what you think. And we'll start with you, Arietti, what the season is serving in terms of runway and extravagance on the runway.
Honestly, the runway category surprised me. Everyone did actually really good. And I'm gonna say actually.
Yeah.
Actually.
She's being sincere. She's being sincere. She's using a different tone.
That's very kind.
She's in a different register. She's being sincere.
Thank you.
That's very kind.
This is the sincere register.
No, honestly, everyone brought their A game when it comes to looks, and I'm very proud of everyone. And I can't wait for everyone to see. So,
An angel.
Yeah. Because you're incredible.
I think that's the first compliment we've ever received from Arietti as a group.
and that's the only one you get.
I'll take it though. I'll take it.
But let's hear. I want to hear from everybody about like just the takes on the runway. Like what if anybody? Oh, Lucky.
Can I just say, my take on the runway, I honestly wanted to. Can y'all stop laughing at me? I'm just a pillow trying to talk. I'm trying to pillow talk, baby. I would say that in my case, I can't speak for everybody, but preparing for Drag Race, I wanted to kind of give campy club kid that like I would have never seen before. No matter if you like it or not, it's always gonna be extra. It was always gonna be colorful. It was always gonna be very whimsical. So that's all I can say about myself.
Okay.
Period.
I will say, for me, I never had the opportunity to like wear actual garments before, because when I'm performing in New York, I'm literally wearing like bra and panties and bodysuits from Fashion Nova. So now that I have the opportunity to like do and live out my modeling dream, it's like gonna be fab.
And it was.
Yeah.
It was. So sweet.
Lydia, my spooky queen, I asked you if you pushed any maybe horror limits on the runway, and you said that you pushed limits for profane imagery on the runway. Can you tease a little bit more about what were some mood words that we can expect from that?
I think a lot of the girlies are pretty profane and were some pretty scandalous things, but I feel like, I mean, if it looks how it looks, I feel like there's no way they can like cut around it and make it look presentable for like, yes.
Yeah. She's just gonna be a blurred out blob.
Yes. Let's just say the competition was stiff, but I was a little stiffer.
Okay.
That's the tease I was looking for. Yes. Speaking of the trailer, we're getting some really great guest judges. Joella, as soon as I saw the trailer, I immediately thought of you because of what we talked about with your name, with Katy Perry, and I was like, oh my gosh, like there's it was just.
Love Katy Perry.
Should we not go here?
Let's take it there.
Okay.
Let's go there and then pray for herself.
The mic is all
you told me
yours.
that you had that she recognized you from like events that you had gone to. So I was just wondering if like that connection, like when she saw you on the runway, there was like a connection and you recognized each other, and it was what kind of feedback.
We'll see when we tune in on MTV on January 3rd when we make a splash on MTV, and you will see for yourself.
Okay.
If she recognizes me or not.
Promise I was
Scandalous.
not
Scandalous, honey. Clock it.
Right? Girls, don't forget.
There was a lot of really good guest judges in the trailer though, like the La Roach. I know like everybody has been saying that they want to see La Roach back as a judge. So like, and he looks like he was really like giving it to the girls. So like, what was he like as a guest judge?
Traumatizing. Yes.
He's terrifying.
I thought he was nice.
I
Honestly.
loved La Roach. Honestly, like one of the sweetest, most genuine people I've ever met and had the privilege of talking to. Honestly, like he's so inspiring, so beautiful, a sweetheart, truly.
I have never been more like honored to be told I looked terrible by someone in my life, and I was like, I will do better. So literally, Law, I'm trying. Look at me now.
Look at the material.
I think it's so exciting because La Roach is a guest judge that like the fans always have a huge reaction to, and to have a judge that's present that lifts the stakes of a challenge is it makes for such a great episode for great TV. So that's so exciting to have him there, not for our feelings, but for yours.
For you.
Agreeing for the people.
Yes.
They will laugh and smile at our demise.
I do want to move on to the Badonka Dunk Tank twist, which I thought was so fun. What does Michelle look like going into the water?
Amazing. Stunning. Like a siren. Yeah, she looks like a Jersey Shore siren. It's very that.
Yes.
Girl, our runways. Every single week she comes out in a different bathing suit, serving so much every. Oh,
So
just
good.
Michelle.
She looks
Michelle,
so
don't watch
good.
for us. Watch to see what bathing shoes she wears every single week.
And she like
girl,
points
we're
her
waiting.
toes too.
Yeah, when her
With
toes.
the anklet, she always has an anklet.
The legs.
Yeah. She would have toe rings on and ankle bracelets on. I know it's such a weird thing to stare at, but her feet were just so beautiful. She was just
And a little matching bow
glistening.
every time.
Yo, yes, Nina. Don't hurt
Who would have known that was the question that everybody was like jumping in on?
We love Michelle.
We do love Michelle.
Yes. No, it does look like a really fun twist. How do you think, does that, I mean, obviously like elimination is a sad thing on this show, but like that had to have added like an element of fun, I guess, to the dread of, judging day, I guess. No?
It was worse. It made it worse.
No.
I thought it was
Maybe
fun.
you're gonna have to tune into MTV.
That's the go-to, like when we can't say
When
anything
we make a
else.
splash.
Boy, do we make a
In the
splash.
Badonka tank.
In the Badonka Dunk Tank.
We also have the return of Rada Queen.
Oh.
And I mean, I think I already have my answer. Things got pretty savage on season 16 with Plain Jane sabotaging the voting. So did things also get chaotic with the voting this year?
No, girl.
Well, not on the same scale.
There was no rigor mortis. No rigor mortis at all.
There was definitely some choices and some
Not
opinions.
on the same
Okay.
scale. Not on
Okay.
the same scale.
Like I said, I'm very sensitive, so I care a lot about what everyone thinks of me. So it's like really intimidating and scary to have it all out there on the table.
There's a lot of differing opinions as to what good drag is, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say that there is a scandal involved
In the Rada Queen
in the
ranking.
Rada Queen process.
All right.
I cannot tell you who, with whom, with what.
Okay.
Someone with a very, very, very wrong opinion.
Corey, you do come from the drag family that pioneered sabotaging the Rada Queen voting.
I am different. I voted very fairly. I think it was very congenial and very fair and very kind. So,
Very godlike.
I would never.
Arietti and Joella both like looked away and were like, "Pfft."
Well, she's the villain, so we can't trust her.
No, I'm the one you can trust. That's the thing.
Evil.
She will say it's your face.
Period.
That's what they love saying. I keep it real. I was so nice and so kind on Rated Queen.
The child of God of the season.
Virgin Mary.
Right.
After the resurrection.
What was that, Lexi? What did you say?
I said she's the child of God after the resurrection.
Arietti, you keep lifting the mic. What are you going to say?
Oh, I'm playing with it. I'm doing this.
Okay. No. Okay.
What I will say about Rated Queen is that I think it was such a good choice. And I loved it.
Yes, I think it definitely gave people their moment.
Oh, it definitely gave a moment.
It raises the stakes when you're judged by your peers and not the judges.
Right. Yes. And so Anya and Sam, I think you're the only two we have not heard from.
I just don't like Rated Queen, whatever. I just don't like being judged by people who I'm in the same competition with. And I don't think we're like qualified to judge each other. So if we're in a competition of being judged, I want to be judged by the judges, not my competitors.
Can I back that up? Can I?
Lucky's talking.
Oh, Lucky. Yes, Lucky. Sorry. I couldn't hear you from the pillow.
Okay, so I will say this, piggybacking off of what Anya said. I shout out to the piggies. I honestly went into Drag Race to be judged by RuPaul and the judges. So not to say that I don't value the judgment of my peers, but I definitely would rather be judged by the judges.
But that's what makes it fun and stirs the pot and the drama.
We're gonna get, I want everybody to answer on this question, so just jump in.
It's fierce.
It's fierce, right? If it's fierce, it's fierce. And I was gonna say, okay, when you do get rated by these queens, like we are all harsh critics. So I feel like because of the Rated Queen, we're all like, oh, we gotta really like not only give it all, because the judges can give nice critiques to everybody. No, we get one good critique and then the rest is down, bitch.
I was gonna say, I know before I was really nervous because you don't know if the girls are gonna rate fairly, if French. Ew.
A man.
Too much Dunkin' Donuts this early.
Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
It's all right. You just don't know if they're gonna rate you fairly. So it made the pressure even worse, I think. But I think it all turned out fine. We'll see. Like she said, there is some controversy involved. You have to tune in January 3rd.
This is good. This is all good teases. These are all good teases. Yes.
I literally hated it, terrified of it, but I really wanted to do it because I was desperate to know what you guys thought about my drag. So even though I don't want your judgment and I am only there for the judges, I was absolutely desperate to know like where you guys like just pegged me. Unless you wanted to actually peg me.
Hey, we haven't pegged you yet.
You all have penises. There's no
Wait, hold on.
here.
And that's
We're
the
fine.
tea.
Wait, Hormona, I don't think you've spoken on this.
So what I feel about Rated Queen is I feel like everybody judged fairly, honestly. Not that I really, wanted their opinions of myself, but I think that everybody judged like fairly.
Okay.
I did, I know. So. I think they judged fairly.
We'd like to hope so. Tune in.
Who knows? Tune in January 3rd on MTV. Did we judge fairly?
You're saying JoJo's lying.
opinions.
I want to switch gears just a little bit because I know the show, it's as this interview has proved, it's fun, it's community, it's drama, it's spectacle, it's all the things. And I think this is proof that this interview that we just did is why this season is going to be so good. I do want to get serious for a moment because we are heading into a scary time, frankly, I think, for this community. And the show premieres 3 weeks before a presidential switch that has a lot of people in the community scared. It's a difficult time. I've talked to a lot of drag queens in the past about this. There's the Drag Defense Fund. RuPaul made a video about all of this. I mean, this is a scary time. And I want to know what advice you all have for people heading into uncertain times this year who are going to be looking to this show in particular to be a sort of guiding light in these times.
For me now is more of a time than ever to be a community and to lean on one another and to make sure that we are like being vocal about what's going on as well as just being there for each other because we have to endure the next 4 years. We'll get through it as we do in the past, but we have to make sure that we hold each other's hands, we uplift one another, we are supporting each other and being kind and loving one another more than ever now. And just uplift your peers and make sure you're uplifting any small marginalized groups, Black, trans, POC people, everyone that you possibly can.
Throughout all of history, through dark times and through like scary shit, that is when art is most vital and most spread, and the most incredible art that exists in the world is because of tragedy and fighting and survival. Supporting art is more important than ever. Making art is more important than ever. Art that is real and gritty and faggy. That is the whole point. Yes. And also, there are 3 Florida queens this season, which is something like we all were working drag queens when stuff was shutting down and stuff was getting bars that are most of my income was not going to exist or be able to do shows the same way anymore. Shit is real. And so I'm so glad that the 3 of us, our voices get to be heard and our art gets to be shown this season.
I was going to say, I know for myself, growing up in the conservative South in Alabama, drag was such escapism for me. And I'm hoping that the show airing at this time can be escapism for everyone. And, you know, we're all in this together. And like Crystal said, we'll make it through. So stay strong.
Hormona, did you want to say something?
I feel like I'll call it a villain in history, whether that be fiction or nonfiction, uses the primary weapon, and that's a weapon of isolation. And I think that as queer people, it's in our DNA to sort of suffer in silence sometimes. So I think now is a good time for us to lean on one another. It's also a good time for the queer community itself to start to deconstruct some of the biases that's within it. People don't want to talk about it, but there's a lot of bias towards trans people, towards people of color that's in the queer community. And I think that people don't talk about that enough. And the only way you can deconstruct those biases is if you acknowledge that you have them. So I think that that's a time for something we should start doing more of, too.
We'll snap to that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Snap. Snap. Lexi.
It's not going to be like a walk in the park. We all know that. And we are only going to be here for the next year for everybody. So we will be your 14 weapons. And the only other one you need is love. Okay? We've got your back. And then season 18 will have your back. And then we'll just carry on, baby.
And I think like it's been a common thread that this is like the season of sisterhood and everyone is like close and friends. And I think that is the energy that we're going into this new presidency with. None of us are like fighting or feuding or creating tension in the community, at least for our 14-person community. And that's the energy we're bringing to this country.
I think it's so important to not lose hope. You know, like it's going to be a scary time, but you know, queer people have always fought their way through things, and this is no different. We're going to keep fighting and keeping fierce and strutting with one foot in front of the other. Clock that T. Some of us. Some of us will simply walk.
You know, I will say I will never lose hope as long as I get to look at Lucky Stars in this outfit. So, I mean, yes, queer art worth protecting. So I do want to end on a fun note from past contestants. I had some past contestants submit questions for all of you. So we have a few. First, Best Buy icon and season 15 queen Robin Fierce, who also says congratulations to you all, by the way. And
Thank you.
She said that she cannot wait to watch you on this season. She wants to play a game of Kai Kai, Marry, or Eliminate based on very first impressions only upon first seeing your season sisters when entering the workroom. Who would you have Kai Kai'd with, married, and eliminated?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'm no shy to this. I would Kai Kai with Arietti, period. She's got a nice booty. What?
Very angelic.
If it's true, it's true. You're welcome. Yeah. I would probably marry Anya because I know she would take care of me and she would feed me forever, and I don't like to cook. And then I'll eliminate myself once I'm really happy about everything.
I would Kai Kai with Sam. Just a Southern belle. And I would marry my girl Arietti. She's the only person I have not hated at least once. And then I would probably eliminate Corey because I need some peace and quiet. I need some peace and quiet.
I would eliminate Corey too.
I would do that for everybody. I would take it for the team.
I need Corey to give an answer in the heat of that after that response. You gotta give your answer now. You gotta give your answer.
I am not.
Answer,
Corey.
I don't know. I think Lucky wants to speak. Lucky, you.
Oh, now she's shy. Like that.
Lucky, go ahead. Wait, everybody, Lucky. Wait, we have to hear Lucky. Hold on.
I would probably Kai Kai with Crystal. I'd probably marry Arietti because she's just honestly a sweetheart to me. And she's probably like my bestie in the cast. To me? Okay, based off of first impressions, right?
Yeah.
I would have probably eliminated my sister Hermona just because she got me mad at some point, but that's it.
I know. I made her mad, and I will never help your ass again. Okay.
Let's do two more. We'll do two more and then move on to the next question.
I don't have an answer to the first two, but I definitely want to eliminate Corey.
I'm so glad it's not me.
Why am I in it? What did I do? I'm the child of God. What is going on?
Well, you have to let Hormona
God
answer
is going to
after
send you a
this.
cease and assist.
Let's see. I would marry Crystal. I feel like you can run a household. I don't know. Okay. So,
Like the
and I
Navy,
forget
baby.
to pay bills. I would kai with Corey, unfortunately. And I know.
It comes out in your picture. It comes out.
That's new news. We're done. That's new news.
I'm like,
That is new.
I'm like screaming me.
Okay. We're living for you. We're living.
And listen,
Wait a moment.
and I would say yes. Just yes or no, I would say yes.
The
in
answer
that,
is yes.
I would eliminate Lydia. It's just so wait, no. It's only so
That was dark.
Okay.
It's only because I want to put my feet up.
Okay,
I would just like to have a couch on my own.
this answer that got two of you to stand up. Anya and Lexi. Why?
We can't reveal too much, Joey.
Okay.
Because
Tune in.
you are like reading between the lines right now, honey. You were like, oh, T, baby, T. Tune in, T.
Wait, I can't tell if this is connecting the dots between what
No,
Lucky
just so
said.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
14 dots right now.
All right.
I have one more to do.
Okay, we'll end this one with Lexi because I have three other questions.
As we should end with me.
I think Lydia should answer this question.
Okay, so we'll do Lexi and then Lydia, and then I have three other questions from other queens.
Okay, this is easy because I literally got asked to do this in a cameo the other day, and I would first have sex with Crystal, then I would marry Crystal, and then I would eliminate Crystal and take her drag.
That's a good answer.
Okay, Lydia, we'll have Lydia, and then we'll move on to the next one.
So I would probably want to marry. It's a toss up between these two divas because I feel like we would have some really exciting crafting nights.
Wait, who are you looking at over here? Oh, Lucky.
Susie, you're lucky. I'd probably marry. I would probably eliminate Hormona Lisa because you're a bitch. I would kai with none of these nasty trolls. That's beneath me. But tune in Fridays at 8 to find more about that.
Tune in. Okay.
She says it's beneath her.
Next question is from, also from season 15. Princess Poppy would like to know.
Yes.
Who's one past? Who's one past Drag Race contestant that you think you can take on in a fight, physical or verbal, and win?
No, so everybody answer physical.
Who are we fighting? Oh! Well, it's not who you want to fight. It's who you would think you would win against.
I could probably beat up Robin Fierce, I think.
Cheers for that question.
I feel like I could take down Sugar and Spice.
Together.
I can take them down together. Absolutely.
Both your faces.
Arietta,
I would love to take out Dawn for fun.
just for fun.
There's only room for one hoe. You gotta get rid of the ugly one. I'm sorry.
I feel like Joella has to answer this because you're dressed. Because of your outfit. You have to answer this.
I think one past contestant that I could beat up is.
She's ready to fight.
Somebody I can knock the.
I feel like I could, and this is not a threat. Listen, this is not a threat, so please don't take it as a threat. However, but I think I could beat up Deja Sky. I would do her really good. Like I would.
I think I would do her really good.
You think I would
No, you think I can her up?
We're gonna move on to the next question because I have to clarify, Joella, that was not the question.
I thought it was.
However, Deja, she's coming for you.
No, it was. You don't think I can beat up Deja Scott? You see, you don't think I can. You think that I want to? No, I think I can.
Deja, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Deja. Okay, let's move on. The very last one is season 13 winner Simone would like to inquire, would you rather have teeth for hair or hair for teeth?
Girl, what?
answer. I would rather have hair for teeth.
That's crazy.
Wait, no. Teeth for hair because I can put a wig on. I can put a wig on.
Teeth on your head.
No, that's not true. They didn't say replace it.
You would have teeth and teeth.
Oh, girl, a wig.
And hair
Clock it.
and hair.
How are you gonna
can't eat with hair.
No, I would have hair.
But then no, I would have hair for teeth, and then shave it and get veneers.
You would shave
You can
it?
see the smoke shooting out of her ears right now. No. If you have your teeth are hair, then you could shave it and get veneers.
That's true.
And then you wouldn't have teeth on your head.
That's
I would want hair for
Clock
teeth
that
so I could dig
teeth.
little braids.
Clock that
Women
teeth.
of science.
Lydia clocked that teeth real fierce.
Yeah.
We went around the question.
We all went around, but we came back to it in the end.
We did it like a drag queen. There's a problem, we solved it.
Yeah, we
that
did.
like a
We
drag
solved
queen.
it.
An aesthetic problem we will solve.
Okay, Lucky, your turn, Pillowhead.
I would love teeth for hair because it'll be a sickening headpiece. Can you imagine?
Also, imagine acrylic nails scratching the teeth on your head. ASMR
videos.
That's a career.
No, Anya, I need to hear your answer for this.
Teeth for hair.
Teeth for hair?
Yeah.
And
Because I
why?
just want my teeth. Right, I
True.
get to keep my teeth, right?
You're so real for that.
Yeah, I want my
You
teeth.
can do teeth by Lady Gaga every show.
Right.
So,
a wig reveal? A wig reveal? Oh, it would show me your teeth.
Okay, Simone wants to know this, but I want to know, does she want to have toes for eyes?
Simone.
Or eyes for toes?
The ball is in your court, Simone.
Lexi Love, so you said eyes for toes or toes for eyes. I think I'm gonna have to go with eyes for toes. Cause see, I can't have no little piggies crying all the way home or trying to go to the Piggly Wiggly on my face, and that's just not for me. But I can see having black, brown, green, hazel, and blue eyes for toes. Cause then I would never have to paint them again. Oh girl! Should I try it? Love you, queen. And I mean, girl, I would never have a toe on this face.
Would you like to answer the question?
Me to answer?
Yeah, you answer. What's your answer?
Hormona would like me to answer the question.
Listen to Joey, everyone.
I think I'm with you all. I think I'd rather have teeth as hair because you could do like some. I feel like it gives like 90s vibe. Like, you know, like people used to do like the little like. What do you have against the 90s? It's disgusting. Oh wait, some of you were born in the 2000s, weren't you? Yeah, most of them. I'm not okay after this interview. Yeah, we need to end this. We need to stop this chaos. We're gonna take a very long.
Can Joey get some water?
Joey needs water. Can someone? Do you need to breathe out the paper bag?
Tune in to RuPaul's Drag Race, MTV, January 7th.
Everywhere.
We have very many apologies to make after
You're sweating. Are you
to
okay?
many people. But thank you to the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. This was a lot of fun. I truly think this is going to be an amazing season. Thank you all. Tune in on when, everybody?
January 3rd!
MTV!
The nipple.